Welcome to CLJMS News, where your choice is the student voice. Covering a variety of topics here at your very own C.L. Jones Middle School. And now live from the newsroom, your CLJMS News team.
Welcome to CLJMS News. I'm Cooper.
And I'm Tristan. Today we're going to be covering multiple topics from our various team members, including the history of Nebraska, flag football, severe weather, Purple White Day, and much more.
Now let's go to Emily with some information about Minden, the Christmas city. Emily?
Thanks, Cooper. Minden is unique because we are called the Christmas City. Minden is called the Christmas City because in 1915, Commissioner J.C. Hawes was inspired to impress the city and state. He tried to hang Christmas lights from the railroad depot to the town square. A bad storm ended up putting up the Christmas lights until Christmas. That's when J.C. Hawes hung them on the courthouse dome. The lights can now be seen from out of town. There are 12,000 lights hung from the courthouse every year. In Minden, they also have a Christmas pageant. The Christmas pageant started in 1915. The pageant is a handwritten, home-produced pageant. It was called the Light of the World, and it was first presented in 1914. It is the first two Sundays in December at 7 o'clock p.m. More than 100 people in Minden play angels, kings, the wise men, Mary, and Joseph. The Christmas pageant brings joy to people around Minden. Back to you, Tristan.
Thank you, Emily. Now to Kaylee with an update on this summer's production of the Hopper House. Kaylee?
Thanks, Tristan. Hi, this is Kaylee. Today we will talk about an occurring event happening this July in Minden at the Opera House. This event is the play Aladdin. There will be auditions on Monday, July 10th at 10 o'clock a.m. There are two performances on Friday, July 14th at 7 o'clock p.m. and on Saturday, July 15th at 2 o'clock p.m. Aladdin is about a prince that falls in love with a princess. Aladdin also has a monkey named Abu. It features a genie that Aladdin finds in a cave and lets him out. Genie helps him get Princess Jasmine to love him. The Sultan, also known as Jasmine's dad, who is under a spell, wants her to marry Jafar. In the cave, Aladdin meets a flying carpet and thinks it's a pet. It also is really different from the beginning to the end of the movie. Jafar has a parrot named Iago. Iago hates crackers. He's red, blue, and orange. Jafar has a plan to overthrow Jasmine and her father and become king. Jasmine hates Jafar and doesn't want to marry him, and falls in love with Aladdin. Back to you, Cooper.
Thanks, Kaylee. Let's throw it over to Willis for some news about flag football.
Thanks, Cooper. Today I'll be talking about flag football, about where it is played and practiced at. The games are played at the pool park down by the pool. The practices are down there too by the pool park. If you get their flag off, that person with the ball is down where their flag was taken off. There is not an age limit. You can play as an adult, a kid, even a teenager. Many kids around the world play from all ages from 10 to 40 years old. I have played it before. I think it's okay, but other people might think it's amazing. It's pretty cool that they came up with it because little kids cannot play tackle football yet. Back to you, Tristan.
Thanks for those great facts, Willis. Let's dig a bit deeper to see what Jacob is reading these days. Jacob?
The book series Tunnels is a wonderful book series containing 6 books. Tunnels was published on July 2nd, 2007. The book used to be named The Highfield Mole, but the author, Barry Cunningham, decided to retitle the book Tunnels. In this story, a 14-year-old boy named Will Burrow and his father, Dr. Burrows, shares an interest in archaeology and loves to dig. When Dr. Burrows begins to notice strange men following him where they live in Highfield, he then goes missing. Will and his friend Chester go search for him. The book was such a hit when it came out, it even sold for £950 in the United Kingdom, which is equivalent to $1,187. The series lasted for a long 6 years until the last book came out, May 6, 2013. Back to you, Cooper.
Thanks, Jacob. Moving on, we will see what's new at our school with Charlie.
Here with Mr. Osgood, the school principal. Where will the future playground be since he tore the old one down?
Well, we anticipate that the new playground was going to be placed where the old high school is. As soon as it's torn down, we're going to have an area over there for recess time.
Is there anything else new to the school?
Well, yeah, C.L. Jones is a little bit different. And there are 3 new classrooms that have been added to C.L. Jones off the 8th grade wing, which includes a guidance office and a testing room. And resource room and a classroom. There's also a remodeled resource room for 4th through 6th grade, and a life skills room and a vocal music room that has been changed completely over. There'll be a number of teachers that are going to be moving in a chain to different rooms throughout the building. We'll have another computer lab, so we'll have up to 3 computer labs once again. A lot of things are changing.
Well, thanks for your time, Mr. Oskett.
You bet, Charlie.
I asked people around the school what they will be doing this summer, and this is what they had to say. 4 people will be going to the pool to swim. 6 people will be hanging out with friends around town. 5 people will be playing video games like Minecraft. 6 people will be sleeping in every day until... 4 people will be doing a sport like baseball. 3 people will be reading books like Harry Potter. 1 person will be doing a summer job like detasseling in cornfields, and 1 person will be camping out in the darkness, in the wilderness, with wild animals. Looks like a lot of hanging out, swimming, and sleeping. Now let's move over to historical fiction about Nebraska with Kelsey.
Thanks, Tristan. Nebraska became a state on March 1st, 1867. President Andrew Johnson signed the proclamation allowing Nebraska to be a state. It was 2 years after the American Civil War. Nebraska has some of the best farmland and ranch land. Before it was a state, it was a territory that had been very unpopulated. It became more populated during the California Gold Rush in 1848. More people settled in Nebraska in the 1860s. In 1862, the Homestead Act was allowing settlers to settle in 160 acres of land. By 1904, this was changed to 640 acres. The Union Pacific was finished in 1867. By the mid-1880s, the lines of the Burlington system crisscrossed most of them. Nebraska continued to grow until the farm depressions in the 1890s. Population grew in the Sandhills area. The farm depressions of the 1920s and 1930s held back the growth again. Since the time of World War II, the development has mostly gone upward. The people of Nebraska are lucky to live in such a great state. The population today is about 1.882 million people. Back to you, Cooper.
Very educational, Kelsey. Thanks. Now over to Nicholas with a weather report. Nicholas?
Hello, I'm Nicholas. Have you ever wondered what the fastest tornado in history is? Today I'm going to talk about weather like thunderstorms and tornadoes. The city with the most thunderstorms is Tampa, Florida. To begin, lightning occurs when a cloud with heavy negatively charged particles sink to the bottom of a cloud. When the negative charge grows large enough, it creates a lightning bolt. That's how lightning is made. Lightning bolts can reach up to temperatures such as 53,540 degrees Fahrenheit and travel at the speed of light. It is recorded that an average of 24,000 people die a year worldwide due to lightning. Now on to tornadoes. They are created when cold air hits hot air, and the result is instability in the air, resulting in siphoning of air into a tornado. There is even a scale to measure the tornado, on how fast the winds are and how destructive they are, called the Fujita scale. They measure tornadoes in F1, F2, F3, F4, and F5. The worst tornado happened in Moore City, Oklahoma in 1999, where the winds reached 318 miles per hour. In conclusion, tornadoes and thunderstorms can be very dangerous. But after all of this serious talk, I'll tell you a joke about weather. What's the difference between a horse and the weather?
What?
One is rained up and the other one rains down. Back to you, Tristan.
Excellent information, Nicholas. Now to Lily with an eerie look into the Salem witch trials.
Thanks, Tristan. Hello, my name is Lily, and I'll be talking about the Salem witch burnings. Salem witch burnings, otherwise known as the Salem witch trials, were a series of hearings and prosecutions of people accused of witchcraft in Massachusetts between February 1692 and May 1693. The trials resulted in executions of 20 people, 14 of them women, and all but one by hanging. 5 others, including 2 infants, died in prison. Despite being generally known as the Salem witch trials, the preliminary hearing in 1692 were conducted in several towns: Salem Village, Salem Town, Ipswich, and Andover. The most infamous trials were conducted by the Court of Oyer and Terminer in 1692 in Salem Town. According to the historian George Lincoln Burr, Salem witchcraft was the rock on which the theocracies shattered. In January 2016, the University of Virginia announced its Gallows Hill project team had determined the execution site in Salem, where the 19 witches had been hanged. The city owns the site and is planning the memorial to the victims.
Thanks, Lily. Some spooky stuff. I'm going to get back with a local story and discuss the pit bull situation in Minden, Nebraska. What do you think about the laws surrounding pit bull dogs in Minden? If you ask me, they shouldn't be banned because they're just dogs. Do you see Scottish fold cats being banned? No. Even though any dog breed can be aggressive if raised badly or is trained that way, you don't see any other aggressive breeds like German Shepherds, Huskies, Boxers, and Chihuahuas being banned. Here is my reasoning behind that pit bull dogs should be back on a Minden pet owner's mind. Due to other stories about them, pit bull dogs have a bad reputation, but they can be sweet dogs. Like any other animals, they are known to form a sort of pack with their owners, friends, family, and other animals, meaning they will help defend them if they are attacked. So, say you have 3 huskies and you are assaulted by a burglar, and they are, of course, awake. They will try to bite and wound the assailant to protect you. Same way with pit bulls, and other dogs. Because dogs are just really domesticated wolves, they can still have some of the internal instinct of a wolf, like defending their pack and killing animals. Hence why some dogs, when seeing a bunny in the yard, they will try to kill it if it doesn't run outside of the fence. But I'm curious, what do you, the audience, think? Now let's continue with our local topics and move over to Kaylee and some information about country roads. Kaylee?
Hi, this is Kaylee, and today I interviewed my uncle Randy. He works for the road company.
So first, where do you work?
Kearney County Department of Roads.
Okay, what job position do you have?
I am the highway superintendent.
What is your work schedule?
I work from 7:30 to 4 in the winter months and from 7 to 5:30 in the summer months. 4 days a week, 10-hour days in the summer.
How busy are you?
Very busy most days. We're into construction season, so our busy time is this time of the year.
How many people do you work with?
I have 1 office administrator, and I have 14 people that work out on the roads, that run road equipment.
And how many days do you usually get off in a week?
In a week, we get, this time of the year, we get Fridays off, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we work 4 10-hour days. In the winter months, we work 5 8-hour days, so we work a 40-hour work week, with once in a while working some overtime.
Thanks for listening to me and my uncle tell you about working on the road.
Thanks, Kaylee. Let's take it over to Chesney with some information about a brand new type of cell phone.
Thanks, Tristan. The Samsung Galaxy X is a foldable phone that can be used as a 7-inch tablet when unfolded and could possibly be used as both a phone and a tablet. A camera lens is at the top of the closed clamshell, an area that becomes the back of the unfolded phone. A selfie camera and speaker are shown in the inside top of the phone. The bottom of the screen has a curved edge, and it's visible when the phone is closed. Back to you, Cooper.